What's up, everybody? Pure T Savage here. Um, First thing you need to know about getting your CDL, and the easiest way, in my opinion, to get your CDL. It may not be the fastest way, but it is the easier way and cheaper option. So I'm gonna give you my story and how I got mine. If you're working in a restaurant or some labor field and you're fed up with it, you want to make more money. Um, this is how I did it. I was working two jobs at restaurants, 4 or 5 days out of the week, and making $300 a week, and that just it was enough, but I was barely getting by. So what I did, luckily, I had a friend who worked for a vendor company. He worked for a beer company called Atlantic Shores Distribution. They did Coors Light, Heineken, all kinds of beer. So he called me up one day and said, "Hey man, I want you to come in for this interview." And I cleaned up and came in for the interview and got the job. Now, I started as a low-level warehouse worker. And that's why I say it may not be the fastest, but it is one of the easier ways with little to no money of getting your CDL. So, I worked in the warehouse and worked my way up, learned the business, learned how to pick trucks, load trucks, drive a forklift. And then, one day I expressed that the fact that I would like to move up. I wanted to get a route. And I started on driving a small short bay side truck that didn't require a CDL. It only required a CDL permit. You do need your CDL permit to drive anything over 10,000 pounds and with air brakes. Okay, so once I did that, it took me $60. You get the booklet, you study it. I took practice tests online, and I will harp on that. Take the practice test over and over and over and over again until you're 90 to 100%. Because you'll just if you keep failing that, you'll just keep paying $60 and $60 and $60. I took it 3 times because I wasn't studying like I should have. So there's that. Next, to get your full Class A driver's license, you just keep working with that company. Use their resources. You'll be able to go take the skills test. Use their truck. And keys to the skill trap is pre-trip inspection and 90-degree backing. Those are the two hardest things in my opinion. So hammer down on that pre-trip inspection. If you work for a vendor company, go when you're finished with work. I would go out there and I would walk around that truck and I would practice and practice and practice and practice, because I've seen people pay $600, $800 to rent a truck and then fail their pre-trip inspection and not even get in the truck. So that is that. In the vendor business, whether it's Pepsi, whether it's Coke, whether it's Cheerwine, whether it's whatever, beer, Coors Light, Budweiser, vendor industries are good. I've never looked back, honestly. Once you start driving, and it's another industry under your belt. So because I was moving up through the company, I learned how to pull trucks, work in a warehouse, drive a forklift, then drive a truck, and whenever I was tired of the truck, I moved to sales. Sales, great gig. You drive around in a company car, you stock the stores, the grocery stores, wherever you're going, and you key in the order, and you'll be making, it all depends, $50,000 to $60,000 a year, which isn't a lot, but it's enough to live comfortably without having to worry about, whether it's way better than making $300 a week, working paycheck to paycheck, wondering whether or not you're gonna make it, or having to squirrel away money just to get by. Okay. And the other thing is full benefits, paid vacation, all these things, great things to have. And like I said, I've never looked back. I love this job, and now I'm trying to branch off into YouTube, make some YouTube content. I'm specifically going to be doing, besides this video, and kind of telling my story about the vendor industry. One thing I forgot. In times of pandemic, it helps. It really does help because we're considered essential workers. Somebody needs to put stuff in the stores for people to buy. Grocery stores, Walmarts, convenience stores, Dollar Generals, Family Dollars, independent companies, all those kind of things. Oh my God, I just lost my train of thought because these videos aren't scripted. But if you're just unsatisfied with making $300, $400 a week, you can go into this business, and at least from CDL up, you're going to be making about $1,200 every 2 weeks. So that's average $500 to $700 a week, give or take, depending on what your commission is. But like I said, you're learning all these different things on the way up. You're starting from the bottom and you're learning each thing. And when you have your CDL or you have sales experience, especially your CDL, because everybody is looking for drivers. I got let go from Pepsi, and I immediately found a job in 2 weeks. I took a 2-week vacation. A friend of mine, he had a friend in sales at Cheerwine, and I got in touch with them and was hired right away. Started driving for them. Now, if you're wanting to do over the road, that's a little, hopefully, like, the vendor industry I started out in, they didn't have any trucks that were stick shift. If you go through a vendor company and you get your CDL and they only have automatics, you're going to have what's called a no manual CMV, commercial motor vehicle, which means you pretty much can't. You have a no manual restriction. So if you're looking to go over the road, school might be a better option. Granted, you're gonna pay $5,000-$6,000 for 6 months of classes, drive time, and all this stuff. Or if you know somebody that has a truck and that can and can show you how to shift gears in a 10-speed, that would be an option too. And then you could just go take your skills test again and get that no manual CMV taken off. And that's going to be it for the video today, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can get video alerts every time I upload a video. Pure T Savage out.